The High Court in Bloemfontein will hear pre-trial proceedings against suspended ANC Secretary-General Magashule today. Magashule and his 15 co-accused are in the spotlight over a 255 million rand Free State asbestos tender. They face corruption, fraud and money laundering charges due to allegations regarding an irregular roof removal contract awarded in 2014.
Now, the suspended ANC Secretary-General has previously ridiculed the state regarding this case. He believes the charges are politically motivated and are aimed at tarnishing his name. Magashule and several others in this matter are seeking to have the corruption charges against them completely withdrawn. Let's get you more on the story now. Take you to Mbali Thethani, who's live to us from just outside the Bloemfontein High Court in the Free State. And Mbali, already a hive of activity there, signaling perhaps that police are expecting a whole lot of supporters to arrive there, as was the case the last time this case was in court.
That's certainly right, and of course, just outside the Bloemfontein High Court, as you can see, a number of police have already been deployed to the High Court here, just outside, and of course, you can see that there are also a number of road closures, and there is this barbed wire that also surrounds this High Court. And even the last time that Magashule appeared here at the Bloemfontein High Court in February, you would remember that there was indeed such security that was deployed to this court. But of course, we did not expect at that time, we were expecting a number of his supporters to be making their way, as is the case with Magashule. But we didn't see the numbers coming here. And of course, just to give us a bit more insight why the city of Mangaung has gone to surround and protect this precinct, we are joined by Thondile Ketaba. He is the spokesperson for Mangaung. Thondile, the last time you deployed so much security around this court and we did not see the numbers of supporters that we would see with Magashule. Why are you doing this again?
We have a responsibility as the city of making sure that the residents are protected, the residents enjoy their city. Now, what we did is making sure that we take precautionary measures because we don't know what is going to happen. And obviously, the security cluster cannot disclose some of their plans. I see that today they've hyped up numbers. Our law enforcement is also visible here, so one may not necessarily know, but there's something that they know, and we can't take chances. All that we want as the city is making sure that people continue with their daily errands and they are protected.
So are you expecting the numbers to come? Because you know with Magashule, especially him being the former premier of this province, and you also saw him just a couple of days ago when he was being honoured for his role in the Free State when he was premier. So are you expecting some of those numbers to continue to come here?
Look, our responsibility as the city is making sure that we protect the citizens. The mobilization of politics and so is not part of our responsibility. But we have to put our ears on the ground and make sure that we react to any situation and we become proactive. All that I can say is that, yes, the case is continuing. We are going to put an eye on all the activities that are happening because if there is any damage, if there's any destruction, it becomes the responsibility of the city. That is why we're making sure that we don't leave things to chances. That is why we plan in time, because what we have seen around the country where people were caught napping, we don't want to see ourselves in that situation. That is why even today we're making sure that there is visibility. All those areas that are going to be hyped up by numbers of people are cordoned. That is why you see even the barbed wire here. We have made sure that a street like the President Brand is partially open because that's where the movement is. The government departments are here, so is the Central University of Technology.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, that is Thondile Ketaba. Of course, we are expecting the former Secretary General or the suspended Secretary General of the ANC to be making his way. Of course, you saw him just a few days ago, earlier this week, where he was indeed honoured by some people here in the Free State, and of course saying that, of course, continuing to share those sentiments. Even the last time when he was flanked by the likes of Carl Niehaus when he appeared here, trying to get those corruption charges withdrawn. And of course, he did continue and continues to say that these are politically motivated charges. There is no case against him, and also said that the state is indeed relying on the evidence that was presented before the Zondo Commission. So these are the same sentiments that we'll continue to hear from Magashule, because he says that this is some of those people trying hard to work so that he does not continue in his position as the ANC Secretary General. You'd also know that later this year is that all-important conference of the ANC. So this case and this matter has, of course, caused him to not fulfill his duties in the ruling party.
In fact, some reports going as far as to say that he has vowed to actually contest in this upcoming conference in December. And we know he currently can't do that because of the contentious step-aside resolution. Mbali, Thethani, thanks very much indeed for helping us connect the dots. Mbali's live to us from just outside the Bloemfontein High Court in the Free State.